10 signed contracts in just 30 days. Guys, if you're looking to get 10 deals a month, 10 signed contracts, I am going to share with you exactly step-by-step how to do it today. What is up? My name is Zach Ginn.
Rick Ginn here.
And combined 5,000 wholesaling deals together. And what I could tell you is we've done a lot of wholesaling deals. We've taught people to do way more of those wholesaling deals. And we've helped a lot of people scale up 10 deals, 20, 30 plus deals a month. We help a lot of people get to $1 million plus. And we help mostly people get to 6 figures first, right? And what we're going to do today specifically is show you how to get 10 signed contracts in 30 days. But there's something very special about this live stream. We're also going to show you how to go from no money at all. So you're absolutely broke, or heck, you might not have even done a wholesaling deal yet, and how you can start scaling your way up to 10 deals or 10 signed contracts in under 30 days. So this is truly a live stream for everyone. If you're looking to go from 5 deals all the way up to 10, or you're looking to go to 0 to 1, this is going to encompass everybody today. And that's kind of the point today. We're here to get everyone rich. I can give you my promise and your promise, hopefully, that we are going to leave everything on the table. I'm not here to give you some secret information. Only if you did this, then you'll know the secrets that I'm going to just, it's going to be quiet unless you do this or that. No, none of that stuff. Everyone knows I give out everything for free. And that's what the point today. So guys, we're excited today to break this all down and get 10 signed contracts in 30 days. If you are excited, ready to go, let's break this all down. Let's get it going, guys. Cue the intro. Everyone knows the intro. Let's get some money, guys.
Let's go.
Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and then they got go. Time to wake up, bitch, get up. Get up. Get up.
Let's get it going, guys. We're excited to break this all down, get you rich in wholesaling real estate. And I have gave you my promise. You've given your promise. We are out here to give you everything you need to know about wholesaling for free. We're still the only ones that do it. We're the only ones that have a complete wholesaling course. There is, not throwing shit at gurus. There's just some people that said they were giving a free wholesaling course. Then they got clowned because it actually wasn't a course. It was just a funnel to pay for a $10,000 course to actually share with you. So they changed it from course to, what do they call it? They called it a getting started guide. So like officially there's other guys. So there's a free course, but they changed it to a getting started guide because it actually wasn't enough information. They got clowned so bad for it. So you go to freewholesaling.com. It's all in there, and it's going to share exactly how to get going into wholesaling real estate for free. So without further ado, let's break this all down. Let's get into it, and let's share how to get 10 signed contracts in under 30 days. So as something that's helped a lot of people get to it, we're just going to break this all down and get it going. So the first thing we have to understand is to get 10 signed contracts in 30 days. We're having the mic a little. There we go. To get 10 signed contracts in under 30 days, there's one thing we have to master first. All right. This is very important. And this is the problem I think a lot of people, this is how our generation works. My generation, people my age, right? 24 and below. We want money and we want a lot of it, but we don't want to work for it, but we also want it tomorrow, right? We want all this money. We want to get it quick, and we also don't want to work hard. That's how. So like, if you're watching this video and you're my age, you're my generation, like that's what you want. This is what you're expecting. This is not the video for now. 30 days. Whoa, that sounds pretty short too. And we'll actually show you how to do it. Here's the problem. There is a cost to it. Okay. There's a cost to getting that much money in a short amount of time. And that cost is honestly your sanity. And that's the honest truth. You're going to have to work hard. That's the dang truth. Okay. if you want to get a lot of money really quick in the wholesaling real estate space, really, there's no other side hustle that does this. You are going to have to work hard. And I'm not just going to like, everyone in wholesaling does this. Work hard, bro. Be a hard worker. Get rich like me. Rah, right? You get all that, right? That's not what we're doing today. We're actually going to show you what you have to do, like how many leads, appointments, contact, like we're actually getting the nitty gritty, like information numbers today, because yes, could agree with that. They're gonna be like, well, you hop on a call and we'll discover, we'll figure it out. That's not what we're doing today. We're actually going to give you actual information that works in my business and everyone else's business. So 10 signed contracts in 30 days. The first thing we have to understand is we cannot get 10 signed contracts like that. We have to focus on one thing, and that's getting one deal a month. Let's focus on that first contract. All right. Where the rich, you saw Sound of Music had this, like the first million is always the hardest, right? It's honest truth. The first deal is always the hardest. And once we get that first deal, the second deal gets easier. The third deal gets easier. The fifth deal gets easier, right? I've said this example a lot, but it's just like a rocket ship. When you are traveling on a rocket, I know everyone here's a rocket scientist, but when you travel up the atmosphere gets thinner the higher up you are. That's why you're in Denver. It's hard to breathe when I go there. So that means the more you're traveling on the rocket, the higher you get, the easier it is to travel a mile high in the air than it is on the ground. That ground to the mile, that's where most of the fuel is for a rocket to go up. Same thing in wholesaling real estate. The hardest part is just going from the ground level to like 1,000 feet in the air. And that's where it's got to take most of the fuel and the power and the energy to get it there. The same thing in wholesaling real estate. The hardest part is you just getting up, okay? That's going to take most of the energy, because once you're up in space, it's easy to go, right? And so that's the point, guys. We have to focus on getting that first deal, right?
Yeah. And you said earlier, and it's like, what are you willing to pay to get 10 deals a month? What's it going to cost you? And honestly, most people never even evaluate that statement. It's much more than money. Like, just put money aside. You're going to have to get wildly uncomfortable. You're going to have to do things you never dreamt of doing. I'm not talking about anything that's physically going to hurt you. Everything's going to change in your life when you do this. And the problem is most of you try to keep everything the exact same and work under your broke personality traits. God knows I had them. And then you try to do this new thing, wholesaling. What's it going to cost you? It's going to cost you everything. But like, honestly, what do you really have you're holding on to? I'm not talking about losing your family or doing anything like that. Are you willing to put in the real work? And by the way, busy, it means you're broke. So I don't want you to be busy. You have to be effective. So I promise you, if you take this journey, the house you live in, I guarantee will change. Your bank account's going to change. Your friends are going to change. And your family's relationships will go much deeper. You guys think change is a bad thing? I'm just telling you, it's actually a really good thing. The hardest part in this journey is you're going to fight it. And the more you fight it, the harder it's going to get. So if you need to get that initial acceleration, it's called momentum. You really, in my opinion, have to go all in. You got to have a plan. You got to do it, because you are going to face challenges, obstacles, people that get in your way. The question is, do you have the thrust to get off the ground? And are you willing to give everything? If you are, this is actually, once you solve that part, you can move forward, get instructions, and actually follow through on a plan in wholesaling like we're going to teach you today. But guys, what are you willing to pay? What is it going to cost you? And if you don't answer it with the word everything, and you're going to pick and choose, well, I want to keep my exact friends. I want to keep this the same. And I don't want to get uncomfortable on the phone. It doesn't work that way. And that's the struggle most people have in wholesaling. You either have to commit or just run it as a hobby. And most people feel miserable in this business when they try to do a hobby. So if you want to go all in, understand the cost. And if you know it and you evaluate it up front, it's much easier to make your decisions as you go through your wholesaling journey.
Exactly. So let's break this all down. Get one deal. That's what we need to focus on.
One.
Then guess what? We go to 2 deals a month, get 5, and then we eventually get to 10. Okay. That is what we're focusing on today. All right. So like, I'm not telling you just get 10 instantly. All right. Like, you're going to probably spend 80% of your effort just getting that first deal. And then it gets easier after that. And here's the weird part. It's like, I could start a new market tomorrow. I get the first deal like that. That's going to be my hardest one. But after that, it just gets easier because you focus more and you understand it. So let's just focus on deal number one, right? And we'll get into the scaling part too. No holds bar. We're going to break it all down. But let's focus on this first. Focus on one deal a month. All right. That should give you what, $5,000 maybe? Like that. That's pretty good. It's not bad. It's like, that's what we're going to do. That will consistently get you to $5,000 a month. And so what's the marketing like this for your first deal? The marketing's simple. I just being honest, like you go to freewheelsing.com, you got all the information you need. You can do government lists, drive for dollars. You just SMS those, reverse drive for dollars. You do paid lists. You go smszack.com, listari.com. You can do any of the paid softwares, right? Like there's a million ways to do this, right? Direct, man. Like there's a millions of these. But the honest truth is you just got to market. And there's really just one important part of your marketing, get in front of these sellers and doing deals. Just talk to more sellers. And so if you're watching this right now, and I think there's a certain demographic right now that are just struggling to become successful. They're struggling at their first deal. And that's completely okay. I'm not saying you're the majority if you're struggling starting as a beginner. But that's everyone who starts anything. They're always going to struggle. We just got to get past that hump and that struggle. And so we got to just focus on talking to more sellers. Make that a goal. All right. So I think a lot of people think we got to do an analysis of the market and get all this perfectly in it. You want more deals? Talk to more sellers. That's it. That's the secret. Talk to more motivated sellers. That is the point. And how do you talk to more motivated sellers? Market more.
That's it.
When I talk to somebody on these one-on-ones, and we're doing one-on-ones today. I love the one-on-ones. And, you know, most people, they're working at it. They're doing well. We had another guy on, he made what, 20, 30 grand last month. Like we see all these people. We love it. But we also get people that are struggling. I can't get my first deal. I need hard. Just talk to more sellers. What do you mean talk to more sellers? Market more and get in front of more people. The more contacts you get, the better chance you are to become successful in wholesaling. You want to be better at shooting three-pointers? You should probably practice more. I know it's really stupid to say, but I'm like, wait, no, you don't understand. I don't want to practice more to get better at shooting my three-pointers. I just want the secret technique for it to just sink in every time. You're not going to be an NBA level basketball player in under 3 hours. I hate to tell you. It's like 3 hours a day for the rest of your life, basically, just working out. Like that's what it takes. And the truth is, as much as wholesaling gives, wholesaling does take. And it doesn't take your money. It takes your time. It takes the intense effort of actually practicing and getting better and actually doing the work. If you put in the work, it will take the work and it will give you something back amazing. But you have to be willing to do it. A lot of you guys, you're trying to skip the little shortcut. I've never promised you the shortcut. I've never. But what I'm going to do is show you exactly what to do. Take the regular road, not the shortcut. You'll do well.
Shortcut's the longest route, by the way. And it's the most expensive one, too.
It is when you fail. And when you're struggling right now in wholesaling, I'm going to have a candid conversation with the people that are actually struggling right now. There's honestly it's talking to more sellers, but talking more sellers leads to this one thing. So there's actually in wholesaling real estate, one metric, only one. Okay, I'm talking to people. Let's try to get one deal. When you're struggling right now, there's one metric I look at for anyone on one-on-one, anyone that's struggling to get deals or they just can't get deals or struggling hard. I only ask them one thing. I don't ask them how many cold calls they made. I don't ask them how many lists they pulled, how much money they spent. I don't ask how much money you spend in marketing. I don't care. I don't care how many skip traces you've done. I don't care what fancy schmancy guru program you're in. I don't care about any of that stuff because it absolutely doesn't matter. There's only one thing in wholesaling real estate that matters. If I know this number, I know exactly how much money you probably made, roughly. Okay. If you're not doing deals right now, it's because you have a lack of offers. That is the truth. Straight up facts right now. You do not have enough offers. And so everything leads to offers really until the dispositions part. If I market more, I get in front of more sellers I get in front of more appointments, more signed contracts. And those contracts come from me giving offers out. And you have a lot of more signed contracts, you can bring those to cash buyers. Hopefully your offers are low. You know, I mean, there are exceptions to the rule. You've seen this, I've seen this, that like, sure, you give a ton of offers, but your offers are terrible. Like they're at the MAO, they're not lowball, right? There are those, but for the vast majority that can calculate roughly an MAO, know what a lowball from our course and stuff, okay, you're probably not making enough offers. And I would frankly say, and I've always said this, and this is a mean term, but an offer a day keeps the guru away. And what do I mean by? I've said that a lot, and I think it's kind of funny, but it's absolutely true. If you can make one offer a day to an actual qualified, motivated seller, you don't have to do any guru. You don't have to deal with any guru. You don't have to deal with any YouTube. If you could just focus on making one good offer a day on a qualified seller, you get a lot of deals. That's how you get 10 deals a month. Just FYI, like if you have 30 qualified sellers, like I want an appointment, I want to get rid of the property, right? MCTP passes it. Our team could probably, if they're bad, get 15 contracts from that 30, right? 50% close rate on an appointment.
Easily.
And heck, I think I'm at like 70. And it went down to 60 because I just went on more appointments, later on because we just more leads. And I decided not to be like a sniper, just machine gun approach. But you could get 15 like that. I don't think that people understand that. If you have a good seller and you give an offer, there should be over 50% chance you get that deal sold or you get the deal locked up. And so it's all about the lack of offers. And I'm not telling you to make 30 offers a day. I'm talking about one good offer a day to a motivated seller that will give you consistent wholesaling deals. And so we just got to start thinking about this. If you have no deals, you have a lack of offers, you got to start focusing hard on this. So how do you do this? Fix your lack of offers with an abundance of contacts. What is a contact? It's pretty simple, right? It's getting your message out to a seller. That is what a contact is. Simple. So if we're getting no offers out, we're going to go back to this, contacts. So when I talk to people and they're like, Zach, I'm cold calling 6 hours a day, brah. I'm not being successful. It's like, what do you want me to say? Oh, you're doing 6 hours? Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you. Do you want a tissue? You want to cry in the corner? No, I don't do that. I go straight to it. How many contacts are you making? Let's look at the data. I don't cry about things. Oh no, 6 hours. Oh, boo-hoo. I don't do that. How many contacts are you making? That's not enough. Or wow, you actually are making enough contacts. Something's up with this. And then we get into the data and we figure something out, right? I'm like a doctor, my belly hurts. It's like, if your belly hurts, that could be like 30 different things. One thing that's really urgent and one thing that's like, oh, just a tummy ache, right? Like I got to understand, right? And so if you're not getting enough offers in, you got to get more contacts. And contact is just when somebody answers the phone or somebody sees your message. A message as simple as, are you interested in selling the property? Are you looking at, if you have a list of an ugly house on a government list or a high equity or a vacant or lien or a pre-foreclosure, and you ask them they're looking to sell and they say hello on the call, that's a contact. You make enough contacts, you're going to get appointments, deals, things like that. I mean, I've never had probates where you talk to 100 of them and none of them want to sell the house for cash, right?
Yeah.
It's like I would say 15%, if I'm being really nice, entertain it. All right. 20% would probably entertain it too, but a lot of them want the most for the house. But the ugly houses, man, they want to sell them. They're great.
And guys, the reality is if you take the number of contacts and you multiply that by your output, your effort, it's going to lead to offers. But like before we even get into the mechanics of like what exactly you do, the list, the pool, the marketing medium, if you don't have a tremendous quantity of contacts and you don't take the action, don't worry about the rest. It ain't going to work. You have to marry those two things. So like when someone reaches out and comes on here and goes, Rick, I called 20 people. It's like doing 1 times 0. You're not going to get anywhere with that. You have to up the numbers. So number of contacts, which always comes back to, what do I say? Quantity cures a lot of inexperience in wholesaling. And number 2, you actually have to take the action. Anybody who has high quantity, takes a ton of action and are consistent, they always win in wholesaling. But the minute you try to tweak, if you want to do effort without the number of contacts and you go, oh, Zach, I made 200 calls, you're wasting your time. So you want to make sure you have a ton of quantity contacts, and then you have to have a massive amount of action. And when you do those two, everything we're about to teach you is going to work so much better. But no matter what I teach you, I could drive you to a motivated seller's house and drop you off. But if you're not going to go knock on the door and talk to them, it doesn't matter. This is the same thing. Okay. I've never met someone that didn't have a large amount of a quantity of leads, and they took a tremendous amount of consistent effort. They always get through it and they find deals. How many? I don't know. That's variable. And by the way, for you people go, how many calls do I have to make to get a deal? Stop. Listen to the quality of the questions you're asking. That's a personal decision. Not me or Zach could ever give you that answer. So you're just wasting time with that question. Question is, how many are you willing to do to get your first deal?
It's not calls, it's contacts. Like I said before, if you call 1,000 calls and only 10 people pick up, you're only as good as the people that picked up. You're not as good as the calls you made.
Yep.
And that's usually a skip tracing problem. And we'll talk about that, but getting your message out, contacts. Do you see how I'm not saying, oh, texts or calls? No, contacts. And a good contact rate for cold calling is going to be between 10, 15, 20%. If you get really good at it, 25%, but I don't think it's going to be above 30. And then anything below 10 is usually not good. If we're in the single digits of contacts for cold calling, it's bad. So roughly we kind of know from there what it usually takes. From my personal experience, 300, 400, 500 contacts should get a deal, depending on how good of a list you are, but that's how it ends up usually. Now, we also really want to go after really motivated sellers. I think this is something not a lot of people do. Like, we're talking about first deal here too, right? You got to be going after really motivated sellers. Do you actually want to go after sellers that need to sell a property? What do you mean need to sell a property? There's people that want to sell a house, and get people, he might want to sell. No, I need to sell my house, right? These are going to be lists you can get anywhere, right? Like I've told you, government lists.
Everybody wants to sell a house. Only a few need to sell a house.
It's like, who are people that need to sell a house? First and foremost, you got water shutoffs. I've said this forever, but like, if the water ain't running in the house, you can't go number 2. You probably don't want to live there. You got to get out of there, right? You got some kids or whatever. Your electric can be shut off. It's hard to live without electricity unless you're Amish. Don't want to be doing that. Fire damage property. I mean, if the house is burnt to a crisp or half of it's burnt, you can't really live in it. It's unhealthy. They need us to get rid of it. Evictions, they don't have to, but for their sanity, probably mentally for the evictions, they need to. Probates, they don't want to live in the house. They need to get rid of it too. There's so many type of properties where people just have to get rid of it. Probably the biggest one of this are going to be pre-foreclosures. That is going to be the biggest list of people that have to sell, because if they don't do it, they lose the house, their credit shot, all these things, and you want to help these sellers out. Basically the pre-foreclosures, the evictions, fire damage properties, water shutoffs, properties that need to sell, they're great. Arrest records, I could talk about this forever, but this is a big list of people that need to sell the house. You got people that are getting a DUI. They're going out 5 years. They're going to prison for 5 years. They need to get rid of the property, because they'll probably sit there for 5 years. They're going to lose equity of just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And like, these are people that need to sell. And here's the problem. Most wholesalers are like, I'm too good to deal with an arrest record. I'm a professional. And like, these people are human beings too, and you need to help them out, and they own real estate, okay? Either you do it or someone else is going to do it. But like, these are lists that you need to be going after. And I can tell you, probably you are not going after these type of lists. You are not doing this because you are too good or it's too much work. Guys, are you okay with where you're at right now, doing what you're at in wholesaling if you're not getting the results? Make a change. It's what you got to be doing. Paid lists with the right filters are really good too if you want to get the right sellers. ListREI.com is great with this. ZapData.com is good for this too. Those are the two websites we recommend. That's Bash and PropStream. Between you and me, I mean, they're both pretty comparable with each other. I don't think one's like insanely better than the other. So I just give everyone the options. You can get free trials to both of them. So you check which one you want. But honestly, they're great. They got the comping. The vacant lists are pretty much the same. The high equity is pretty much the same. PropStream's got lists that are special too. But Batch is better skip tracing and sometimes better demographic data. So it's like, I don't know which one. We're going to do a big analysis video on it later, because I don't think I've done it in a while. But honestly, paid lists with the right filters are great, but you just got to use the right filters. Free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com. We break down the filters you need to be doing. That's how you do it. But let's talk about that. Like, that's how you get your first deal. Okay. Then we get the deal 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Like the first deal is the most important part. And like I've said, when you have no money, okay, no cash at all, you just got to do that first deal. So if I got no money, I'm going to pull a government list. I'm going to cold call them. I'm going to skip trace at cyberbackgroundchecks.com. Let me repeat myself, cyberbackgroundchecks.com. That's a free website to get anyone's phone number for free. It's a scary good list, cyber background checks. And on top of that too, I'm either going to cold call them or SMS text blast that list. Simple as that. That's how you get your first deal in the quickest amount of time possible. Heck, 14 days, 10 days, you can probably get it done that quickly. On top of this too, you got no money. Once you get that first assignment check, now you got 15, 20, 25 grand. Are we going to the club with it? Like, what are we doing? Are we hang? No, we're going to use that money to reinvest it back into wholesaling. And there's only really one thing I can tell you. Like we got 30 days to do this. There's only one thing I can really think of. So when you got no money, let's spend no money to get the first deal. Then we got 10 or 15 grand to work with. We're going to do one thing. So there's only one thing I can call the steroids of wholesaling real estate. And I haven't really talked about this term much, but it's like a steroids of wholesaling real estate. So you think of wholesaling as like weightlifting, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get jacked? Everyone wants to get jacked really quick, and they don't want to like work out that too hard. I wish I could tell you it's not possible, but I mean, you could take steroids, right? And like that, but it's very bad for you. You don't want to do it. And so there's a big cost to doing steroids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wholesaling real estate has this special sauce. They have the steroids of wholesaling, but it does come at a great cost. Not bad though. What is it? It's direct mail. I cannot tell you this. There's no better analogy. Direct mail is basically the steroids to get 10 deals a month. If you want to get deals quick, you pull a list, press a button, and get inbound hot sellers calling you.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a better one than direct mail, right?
Yeah.
And there's a cost. Well, we're going to tell you what it is. The cost is money. Okay. Like it's very expensive.
But it's
It's
legal.
worth it.
It works. And like for anybody says, oh, direct mail doesn't really work. Nobody does the mail. It means you don't understand it. And the last place you want to take advice from anybody in direct mail that's tried it once and quit. Because that's the problem. If you try anything once, you're done. So that can go with anything like you shouldn't be touching or things you should be touching. The reality is I tried direct mail. It didn't work. How many mailings you did? I did one and it flopped. It's a 3-month. It is a commitment. Also, a lot of people try to like edge the math out of in direct mail. The reality is if you start out with a campaign of like $2,000 a month, and I always recommend start light, then you can grow, but you can't take 2,000 and go, okay, now I'm going to do 10,000 and then I'll do 20,000, keep doubling your business. It doesn't work that way. You actually have to have a plan, a program, and a systematic way to do it, or you can go broke because you don't know what you're doing. But when we talk about putting steroids in wholesaling, honestly, here's the truth. Show me any major wholesaler in this country, and I guarantee you every one of them do some form of direct mail, hands down. So if all the big people do it, you know it works, and they get an ROI on it. So let me ask you, if you put in $1,000 and I told you you're getting $3,000 back, would you not do it every month? It's the same thing with direct mail. So when you look at the biggest problem when you start out with direct mail, as me and Zach teach, is you look at it as a cost. And it's the wrong way to look at it. So if you're going to put $2,000 or $3,000 in direct mail, you should be going, that's my opportunity cost to make my extra $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000. So when I spend money on direct mail, I feel guilty because I know if I don't spend it, I'm missing out on that extra $50,000, $60,000 of income. And eventually, once you train your mind through that type of sequence, you don't look at it as a pure cost. When I first did direct mail, I go, you got to be kidding me. I got to write a check for like $3,000. That's scary. After a while, you increase your financial muscle and you go, you know what? I got to invest that $2,000 so I can make the 10 grand return right away. And then maybe you do $4,000, maybe you make 15. It doesn't correlate exactly, but I'm telling you guys, it's legal too. We talk about all these issues with some of the other methods. As long as you pay for the stamp, it's always going to be legal. And you cannot go to jail and you cannot be arrested for sending a solicitation in the mail. If that was the case, Domino's, Bed Bath & Beyond, although Bed Bath & Beyond's out of business, probably not a good example. Guys, people get crap mailed to them all the time. Why? Not only because it's annoying, it's because it actually works. Do you really think we would do direct mail if we were losing money? Absolutely not. That's why I don't do Facebook ads. That's why I don't do advanced PPC, just because the cost and the return on what I do in my markets just doesn't work in those. In direct mail, 100%. It works. So just keep it in mind, and we'll show you where to check that stuff out at.
Yeah, guys, direct mail. It's wholesaling on steroids. It's you click a button, inbound leads come in all the time. Now,
and we don't want you guys starting out on direct mail. If you have limited funds and you don't have any experience in wholesaling, I'd rather you cut your teeth on a highly motivated list and figure out how to talk to sellers. And then once you start making money doing deals on your own, then you can reinvest that money, and then you can jumpstart your direct mail campaign to scale your wholesaling operation.
This is why we put it on after deal 2. This isn't for deal 1. So deal 1, no money, get some money, and then put it in direct mail. So direct mail, do it. Guys, we use the ROS postcard, the one we always talk about, because if you use a regular direct mail piece, it's going to be only half as effective. And that's the point. Now, if you want to learn how to do direct mail, we have it's a free, Lily, honestly, no, screw it. Just go to mailingmastery.com, put it in the URL right now, and just see. There's just videos. That's all it is. It's like a playlist of videos on a private server, because YouTube actually they didn't approve it. They didn't approve these videos because private data and stuff. So literally, if you go to mailingmastery.com, it'll just put you straight in. It'll put you straight into it. It'll just put you straight in the course, and it's a free direct mail course. The problem is, outside of us, you and I, there's not one direct mail course on the internet that is free, that is complete. And it's scary. Each one's to learn how to really do direct mail outside of us, it's about $4 or $5 grand. And what we decided was, we love direct mail so much, kind of a labor of love. We decided we are just going to create a course on how to do it, and then how to use our specific postcard. We have a very special niched out postcard. But I do recommend everybody go to mailingmastery.com. Let me show you one reason why in Mailing Mastery. Even if you don't do direct mail, I want you to go to Mailing Mastery. There's a couple videos in there where I'm going to tell you the honest dang truth. YouTube does not allow me to have that I think is really valuable. So let me show you. Let's go to mailingmastery.com for a second. So this is mailingmastery.com. There is a, so in mailingmastery.com, there are these worksheets you can download. Budget, marketing plan, harvesting, all this cool stuff, criterias, pretty cool stuff in here. I got some really cool conversations on here too. This was a $50,000 deal right here, and I can't show the clip. I'm going to mute it, but pretty much this is me at the deal. This is me at the deal, but basically I'll put a second of it.
And the pool has a.
All right, I can't put it anymore because YouTube will not allow me. But I got a couple of these live conversations in here, and they're on the playlist too inside the course. But I would listen to some live seller conversations of me doing it with ROS and the postcard and stuff like that. But I will recommend to you guys, make sure you go inside of it. It's free, even if you have never done direct mail. Just watch me talk to sellers live. It's pretty cool. Also, there's some. Oh yeah, in the ROS conversation, I have some other live sellers I've recorded in there I showed. But Mailing Mastery is how you learn direct mail for free. But if you're gonna do that, go do it. But once you get to one wholesaling deal a month, I don't know what other thing. I've repeated this a million times, and I will continue saying this. Once you get this first deal, whatever worked, do more of that. Double down. That's what else can we tell you? Like, so if you did SMS and you SMS'd a code violation, you did a deal, I'm going to tell you, you should SMS more code violations. We are not, this is the big problem I think a lot of wholesalers have. They strike a little gold and they decide to go to a different area. No, if you found gold in this specific area, keep digging around. There should be more. It's the easiest way to do more. The problem is a lot of you guys, you'll strike some gold and they're like, okay, I'm going to go to another area. And no, keep going that area, right? That is the point. Wherever you get your first deal, whatever method, keep hammering that. That is the easiest way to go from 1, 3, 4, and 5 deals. Straight up. Double down. Keep going crazy on it. Then add more. Test things out and find out more. And eventually you start doing more marketing. You start doing more deals. I mean, you're going to figure it out. it's going to just be about 10 signed contracts in a month. Eventually you can get to that point, but you got to mix in some direct mail. You got to mix in some cold calling that's been working. Just scale it up even more by doing more cold calls, regular SMS by doing even more SMS text blasts. And you keep going from there and you'll do very, very well. The truth here in wholesaling real estate is if you really want to get those 10, 20 signed contracts a month, you should be about the 10 to 20 appointment range, right? About 10 to 20 appointments should get you those 10 signed contracts.
The more the merrier.
10's perfect, but I would say 20 if you got a 50% conversion rate, maybe a little more if you want to get nuts with it. But that's really all you have to really be focusing on. I think a lot of wholesalers, they get so stressed out over this. But if you can just convert your contacts and get deals for doing that, you'll do well in this business. And so really, like one really easy part I use in my brain is just like, you just got to convert 1% of your contacts for a deal. That is it. Like I've done the math. For direct mail, it's going to be way less than that with a contact. But really, if you send 200 sticky notes out, all you have to do is convert 1% of them to get some deals, right? So 100 sticky notes, just convert one, you'll get a deal. Simple as that. 100 of them, calls, get the appointment, get it done, right?
It's a numbers game, guys. You got to get the quantity, you got to put the action in it, and then it's like an exponential force when you do it. But if you miss either the effort or the quantity, it doesn't matter what you do. You're just going to be busy and broke. So remember, we're not in a contest to see who can be the busiest in wholesaling. Honestly, you guys do wholesaling because you want to cater it towards your life, because you want to get financially free and, most important, freedom of your time. And the last thing I want you to do is sit there and be busy, because busy, you guys know busy people. They're the brokest people you'll ever meet, but they're so busy because when you're busy, you're trying to justify what you're doing because deep down, you know, you're not cutting the mustard. So people want to appear busy. When I see super busy people, I know a farce when I see one. So don't be the busy person. The best people in wholesaling are the ones who are most effective. So in the beginning, you're going to probably run around with your head cut off a little bit. I would expect that. But at some point, you have to settle down. And don't be that person that tells everyone how busy you are, because nobody really cares. And if you think they do, that's probably the biggest part of your problem. So just be effective. You're not paid hourly. You're not paid a salary. You're paid based upon your effort, your actions, and the amount of leads that you have. Put them together, you can write a crap load of contracts.
We're excited. So that's how you scale it up. The honest truth is, like, I mean, we got our live event next week, and we got a lot of people coming in that we have helped go from $0 to 6 figures. And a good amount of these people, they just did JV deals with us for free. Like, they just felt like, I feel bad. You know, I never paid Zach anything. And they just gave me a deal. We split it, 15 grand. They get 7,500. I get 7,500. And they get to come to the event for free because, heck, I made $7,500 off of them. But they made $7,500 and they couldn't sell the deal, right? And so, like, we got those people. And there's so many of these people that are scaling up to 7 figures. There's people scaling up to 6 figures. We're really excited about this. And we have helped and converted so many broke people to 6 figures, to 7 figures. And I'm excited to see them in person. But like, when these people aren't anything special. They just follow the advice I say. They actually do what I have to say. They do what I tell them. Government lists, trying for dollars, reverse trying for dollars, digital bandit signs, like what, all these things. And they actually get conversions and deals with their properties by just doing this. And so you want to know the secret. You want to know how to get the squall. Just do the simple work. Don't complicate it. Don't make it crazy. Just do the simple work that works, and you'll get rich wholesaling houses, right? I mean, what's the big difference you've seen with people that actually get the results and people that don't?
They just take the time to actually come up with a plan, evaluate their market, and figure the best plan of attack. And listen, I've never seen wholesaling go exactly the way the plan is. So that's why you have to have a structured plan. You got to figure out your budget. You got to figure the amount of effort, how much time this is going to take to do it. And you got to understand, you have to be extremely consistent. Listen, the most people come in, they dabble a little bit in wholesaling. You guys know how dabbling, it's like a cold plunge. You're wasting your time. The person that has a plan that does the actual plunge and goes all in, They will survive. But the minute somebody upsets you or hurts your feelings or rejects you, it means you were never really ready for this. Because here's the reality, right? People always say, this is what I want to do, right? But like, what are you willing to do? And 98% of the time, what people say and what they do are not congruent. And so me and Zach only focus on what people do, because the reality is if 100 people download my freewholesaling.com course, and those same 100 people go out and pay 10 grand to a coach or a mentor, whatever you want to call them, guess what? Here's the secret, guys. It's the exact same success rate. How can that be? Here's the difference is I'm not looking to like profit off 100 people and take all your money. The reality is if you take the time and take the action and get the quantity, if you pay 10 grand or do it for free, you're going to get the same result. It really comes down to you. You have to be accountable to yourself. Why do people work with me and Zach? Because I've been doing this 20 plus years. You know, I'm not going anywhere. I can't stand all the BS that goes on in this industry. I love wholesaling. I think I love it more than anybody else out there, but I refuse to stand by and let all the shenanigans go around with it. The reality is, if you're new to wholesaling, you're the biggest target in all of real estate investing market. And this is why the gurus go after you. So our strategy is, let's give it away for free. And let's find the people that want to just go crazy. They want to hunt and they run. And these are the people that I do JV deals with. These are the people that join like Flip with Rick Plus. These are the people that I want in like my circle. But the reality at the end of the day, it's you that does the work. I'm just giving you a path of pain I've been through. And if you trust me and you go, hey man, these guys are authentic and you want to follow that route, then it's the only path you really need to take for wholesaling. End of story. It doesn't matter what your age is. I'm old, he's young. It's actually the perfect combo. But listen, I want anyone who's excited about wholesaling. I don't care if you use me or Zach or not. I'm somewhat biased. I think we give you the truth and we give you the straightest path to success. The reality is when you pay 5 to 10 grand people, they're going to fluff you. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. The reality is I'm like that uncle or that dad is going to tell you not necessarily what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. And once you have someone who can give you the truth and like light a fire under you and hold and like make you be accountable. I'm not going to be accountable. He's not going to be accountable. Amazing things happen in wholesaling. But the problem is if you got the wrong blueprint and you really think this is like, I'm just going to flip houses and drink a Mai Tai on the beach, you're set up for failure. So if the data's out and someone paid 10, 20 grand, or you get it for free and you get the exact same result, heed the warning. It is all on you. So find a program that you can go through this journey and enjoy it. And who do you think you're going to have the best success? And there's only 2 ways you vote. You vote with your pocketbook, and more importantly, you vote with your time. And me and Zach try to give you the path of least resistance, but it's up to you. I can't make you do the work. I can't make you go out and get the government list. It has to be on you. So if you resonate with an old guy like me or like with my son, we would love to work with you. And by the way,
Go to freewholesaling.com.
we give everybody a free path. Everybody's got a free path in our program, but I don't make it super easy, meaning you have to step up. You have to really hit your game, because I will give everything I can to the people that really want to make it work. So if I put 100 people in a room and there's 5 to 7 that want to run with it, I will take you all the way, period.
Cool. So go to freewholesaling.com. It's a free wholesaling course. We teach you how to wholesale for free. We also, I had one guy, you know what? I don't do the screenshot. I ain't going to show the screenshot. I had one guy, he put on one of my shorts yesterday. I did everything you said, Zach. I did everything, and I haven't gotten a deal. You're like just saying that my info sucked, and I said, "Homie," and he's not actually. No, I'll call it out. His name's Sal. Sal's not his name is Sal. Is there anyone Sal right here that wants to talk to me right now? No, not one.
No.
I told him. I said, "Pull up on my free one-on-one calls I've had for 4 years straight. I invite everyone on here to hop on, talk to me for free one-on-one." She said, "You tout you're free, but you know, I'm struggling." I'm like, "You haven't hopped on one-on-one call, Sal. You haven't hopped on one, not one." And Sal is yet to be seen on the one-on-ones. You know why? Because when Everyone talks the talk. I want to get rich, or your info sucks, Zach. Pull up, show me to my face on a video chat that my info sucks, and I'll gladly break down your business and tell you what you're doing wrong for free. I could be doing anything I want. I could be sitting on the beach right now. I make plenty of money. I do not have to be doing these live streams for you. I don't have to help anyone. Okay. But guess what Sal decided to do? Decided to talk smack. And I said, Sal, I'm going to ignore the smack he's taught me. Hop on the one-on-ones. Go to Wholesaling Houses for Real. Join the Facebook group. I have the link for anyone to learn, get mentored by you and me for free on a video chat 4 times a week. Yeah, right. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
So Monday on the Rick and YouTube channel, one-on-ones. Tuesday, Thursdays on the Flip with Rick YouTube channel and all the channels. And then on Sunday on the Zach and YouTube channel. Anyone can hop on here and talk to us on the one-on-ones for free. If I don't get you on one live stream, I'll probably eventually get to you during the week. But guess what, Sal? You decided to talk your mouth, and now you have still yet to come on the one-on-one and talk to me like a man. Because you talk the talk that you actually want to become successful. When it comes to walking the walk of actually talking to me and actually making a change in your life, you're nowhere to be seen. And so it's sad, honestly. For 4 years straight, I've given everyone paths for free to learn, and I still do it to this day. The problem is more followers, it's harder to get to everyone, but I still give that opportunity, that pathway for anyone to talk to me, get in front of me for free, costs nothing. Literally, it's for free. And so I'm telling you right now in wholesaling real estate, I'm going to help you out. I'll help anyone out for free. We'll get it going. So we're excited. If you want to get started for free, go to freewholesaling.com, and there I'll show you how to do the one-on-ones for free. We're going to do some one-on-ones. We're going to answer some questions too, and I'm really excited. But last announcement, this is the last time I'm going to say it, but we do have our live event. It is going to be October 19th and the 20th. If anyone wants to hop on, if you're sending the JV deals in, it's going to be hard to get it assigned, but we're going to try our best to get you in. So the problem is we are pretty much at capacity. And so we know how many people are usually signing up a day to come. So we have given about 24 hours left for the live event. If we go over the capacity, we will shut it down early. I believe 100 is the capacity we had. I thought we were expecting 50. We had to buy we had to buy the bigger room.
Yeah.
We wanted less than 100. And so we actually have to get another venue next time. But we're like, okay, you know what? I think, a quarter or 10% of the people in the plus are going to come, and a lot more are coming. So unfortunately, we are capped at 100 people, but I don't want 1,000 people in an event. I want under 100 so I can actually personally talk to everyone and hang out with them.
Mm-hmm.
So 24 hours left for the live event. If you want to come to the live event in Stuart, Florida, for free, it's free for every Flip with Rick Plus member. Just go to Flip with Rick Plus. Go to Flip with Rick Plus. You only have 24 hours left to do it.
Guys, and there's 2 ways. If you've done a JV deal with us, you get a 1 year with each deal.
If you've done a JV deal with us and you aren't in Plus right now, message me or email me, because there are actually a lot of these people out that did JV deals with us that we actually haven't done. I know like 5 or 6 people right now that we've done JV deals with, but we haven't given them Plus. If we've forgotten you, please email me, say JV show the HUD, and then we'll just make sure we can do it. Go do that. So what is Flip with Rick Plus? For anyone that doesn't know, it is our smaller platform for wholesaling, if that makes sense. So unfortunately, with 156,000 subscribers on all 4 YouTube channels, 117,000 people in Wholesaling Houses for Real, 188,000 Instagram followers, it's hard for me to answer all your questions on one-on-ones, DMs, things like that. So I made Flip with Rick Plus to incentivize people to send me JV deals so I make more money. Selfish, I get it, right? But I want to be the biggest wholesaler. I want the most JV deals, and we want to get rich, right? And we're already rich, but even more rich. And I want to change the wholesaling game. So what we did is made a smaller platform. If either you send us a deal, you get it for free, or you pay a small fee, basically the fee it costs to keep the thing up, and you can join it. And basically from there, you get access to my phone. You can text me anytime, and I'll message you when I get it to you. Usually, I can message everyone about once a day.
And there's no phone interview. It's either you're in or you're out. Like if you subscribe to how me and Zach teach, how we actually lead by example doing the business, and we only talk about wholesaling. If you connect with us, great. It's there. We need to know, we need to find out like everybody who's coming. So we want to like quantify this by tomorrow, right?
Yes. So
That's the
Flipwithrick
plan.
Plus, like I was saying, was just it's free. So it's free if you do a JV deal. So some of your JV deals, but basically you get that. We do extended live streams. So after this live stream, we'll go for another live. We'll do a mini live stream inside Flipwithrick Plus
Yeah.
for people to talk. We have bonus live streams on Wednesdays and Fridays. So just privately inside of it for you to talk to us. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You get 2 live events for free. So it's the only live event you don't have to pay. Just you get there, you're in it for free. And that's pretty cool. It's there's gonna be people there that didn't pay a dime, not one dime, and they get to go to a $5,000 mastermind for free.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
And it's like we go all 8 hours just talking about wholesale. I don't have
10 hours,
anyone there
actually,
to
yeah.
sell you an upgrade. None of that stuff. If it doesn't value you in wholesaling, we're not going to do it. And then between lunch breaks and dinner, you have more than enough time to sit there and just kind of connect. I like live stuff. I just the problem is if you're tired of going to pep rallies, this ain't a pep rally. This is a pure instruction. Like, hey, how can I get my business up and running? What I need to do, and you got to be willing to put in the work too. You're going to have to role play. You're going to have to like expose yourself, but that's how you learn and you grow. So I don't have 3 million things to sell you when you get there. Like I
There's
can't
nothing to
stand
sell.
when you go to an event and it's like speaker after speaker. Here's my $5,000 program.
There's no program to sell at this. It's free. There's nothing to. The only thing there is to sell is to help you out. And so the point of it is it's called Escape the Matrix, and it's here to get you your first 100 grand. And so we're gonna have, in the Matrix they have those they have the people that like with Neo to help them out escape the Matrix, like Morpheus's team.
Mm-hmm.
We have that. They're not like my team, but like they're people outside the Matrix that escaped, and they're there to pull you out. So what do I mean by that? We're going to have a lot. I would say about 10% of the people attending have made over $100,000 this year. HUD's proven in wholesaling real estate, actually more than 10%, which means that if you have about 1 out of 10 people have already escaped the Matrix inside the event. So if you haven't gotten your first wholesaling deal, you're going to be surrounded by people that are actually doing well outside of us. They're going to be in there too. So what I mean by that, it's in Stuart, Florida, October 19th and the 20th. We are spending a stupid amount of money on the event. We have 3 full-time videographers. It's insane what we're getting for it. We're running out a place on the water. It's beautiful. Yeah. But the point of this is we have 24 hours left. If you don't sign up in 24 hours, you cannot come to the event. But the point of this, I want everyone to know, is I'm not saying because I'm trying to get you to come. Okay, like it's already going to be sold out, so I don't really care. But the point of it is, we have a full video team coming to it. Basically, our video team. They're going to be there, and they're going to record pretty much every second of this. They're going to record every second of this event, every single second. And what that means is we're going to clip that event out on the YouTube channel. And basically on the YouTube channel, we're going to post it. And so I get asked a lot, Zach, I can't come to the event, or, I don't have the money for it, or with us. That's okay, because all the content from that event, every single thing is going to be on this YouTube channel. And so what did I tell you in the beginning of this video? Everything I do, the information, there's no secret. It's going to be given to the people for free. And so the point of the event is not for the information. I'm just telling you the truth. Okay, the info is already going to be free. It's going to be the networking. It's going to be talking to me about your specific problems. And guess what? It's going to be recorded for you guys. You'll see the full thing. It'll be really cool. And so just FYI, you're going to see some recordings of a live event and be like, what's going on? This is what it was. And so it's going to take some time for everyone to edit it, make it all look nice. But it's going to be pretty cool. So you're going to see some recordings of it. Let me know, guys, if you want the recordings of it. It'd be pretty cool. And so we got a lot of cool stuff, and we're going to break it down. And then last but not least, for anyone, by midnight on the 13th, we're going to add this on. If you sign up for Flipwithrick Plus by Friday, the end of Friday, you will have a free 30-minute Zoom call with either me or Rick. Guarantee it. I'll promise you that. I can't guarantee you'll get to the live event if we sell out, but I will guarantee for everyone that signs up and they can't, or get capped out, I feel bad because they might watch this video a little late, you'll get a free 30-minute Zoom call next month or this month with me or Rick. for free. I'll give you my word on that. You just gotta, once you sign up, I'll email you or someone will email you to get a link for it. But you get a free 30-minute Zoom call. I want to get the Zoom call so I can kind of get to know everyone becoming the live event. That'd be pretty cool. But
Yeah, we try to get it done beforehand.
so yeah, that's pretty cool. 30-minute Zoom call. 24 hours left. Just go to Flip with Rick Plus. It'll be timestamped. If you sign up Monday, I don't care. You're not going to be able to. But yeah, that's pretty excited. We're going to have the full thing recorded for everyone. FYI, it's all going to be recorded, and so it's not going to be streamed live. We're not streaming it live, but cool part about it is we are going to have it clipped. That'll be all good. So we're really excited about it. October 19th and the 20th. So completely a week from now, and we're shutting down access to it. And yeah. So Adrian says, can I buy a ticket for the event? No, you cannot buy a ticket for the event. The point of the event is it is an organic mastermind. Okay.
Organic.
It is organic.
No, well,
so what I mean
you
by
never
this,
see him anymore.
what does that mean? The cost of this live event, I will not make any money from this event. I promise you this. Okay. The point of it is everyone's chipping in to go rent out a room basically and have it recorded.
Yeah.
That's the point of the event. That's what Flip with Rick Plus is. Everyone's the people have to pay to get in Flip. They're chipping in. It's very Flip with Rick Plus is super cheap. Like FYI.
Yeah.
It's super cheap. I'm spending tens of thousands of dollars every single one just keeping the website, the systems in place for it, and on top of the videographers for everything, and top of the editors and all this, it's break even. But the point is, I'm just trying to get. Well, when I make JV deals, it's a profit. But like for people that just sign up without sending me a JV deal, they're just chipping in to have. So the point of this event is everyone chips in to literally just rent out a room. That's what I'm just taking the money. I'm renting out a room with that money. And we're all talking about how to get rich in wholesaling. No one's paying money. No one's pocketing anything off of it. There's no funnel. So the point is why gurus do this. Gurus do live events. So they'll charge you $150, $200 to come to the event. And they're lose money on the event, but they make it up in the back end selling you a $15,000 program at the end.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
That's why they get all the swag and you get all this other crap. And
so
it's not here. Guys, listen, I strongly believe that we want you to be part of Flip with Rick Plus because I just don't think you benefit by showing up for like a 2-day mastermind. Like honestly, you need more than that. So if I wanted to just sell tickets, I'd sell individual tickets and I could fill the room up with like no problem. We're going against the opposite of what everyone else do. It's an organic mastermind, and the idea is
no, we can put 5,000 people.
We
can do a 5,000 person.
We talked
event.
to you before, we talked to you after, and then we build you up to the next event because another one comes up in 6 months. And that's how you really learn wholesaling. Every time I ever went to a weekend event without any type of like program, and if you decided to buy the $10,000 package, it was nothing more than a pep rally. I walked away with more paperwork on how to sign up for like 9 different people's courses. And it's like, I used to say, what is this? And like, you learn all the speakers collude. This is how they do it all over the country. Listen, they can do whatever they want. I just think about it. Some of you are paid to go to a pep rally so they can pitch you the entire time. And that stuff drives me crazy. If not going to do that, honestly, if you're in, great. If I got to get in before the event, look at your wholesaling as a long-term investment in yourself. And guys, I promise you, mine's 90% cheaper than anybody else's program in there. And I give you a way to get it for free.
We literally put how much does it cost us, divide that by 12. Yeah. And that's how much it's going to cost everyone. Now, the price next, FYI, the Flip with Rick Plus right now, it's how much? It's $500 up front, and then it's $99 a month. That's what it is. And that's basically the cost of it.
Access to me and him, DMs, 4 live streams basically a week, access points.
Can I tell you the truth?
Yeah.
It was, when we started out, it was $99 a month. And the problem is we started losing a ton of money. And I'm like, ugh. So we got to put $500 a month up front just to cover the cost of it. We were losing a stupid amount. And so we put that on there because the more people that hop on, the more expensive it is to run, unfortunately. And so the part about that, though, is everyone that signed up the day that we signed up, I saw the price will go up. Guess what happened? We increased the price of it to match how much it cost. Guess what happens, though? Next year, it'll probably go up in price. But if you'll lock it in right now at whatever the thing at $99 a month. It might go to $120 a month next year. Who knows? Inflation. So. But I give you whatever you sign up for, whatever it is a month, it will never go up on you, only for the newer people. So Hop on. The point is, I want you guys to get surrounded by people that actually are successful. I want you, FYI, there's not one event where you go and you're surrounded. 10% of the people there have already made over $100,000. And I had to personally verify a lot of these HUDs.
Yeah.
Think about that. You're in a room with people making over $100,000 a year that actually, they're not selling you. These people are not coaches. That's the point. The people that the rooms that you're in, they're trying to upsell you. They're saying things that they don't care. And guess what? You got one guy you're talking, he's in Dallas making over $100K a year. You live in Tennessee. He will give you the good info. You're not his competition. He doesn't care. That's why guys, a lot of guys fly out. It'll be pretty cool. And what we're doing there is 9 to 5 is the event. And then for everyone that wants to hop on, we're going to go to a secondary location after the event's over. And we're just going to hang out at a restaurant, bar type thing. And we'll just hang out all night. Me and Rick, be pretty fun.
Yeah, we're available all day. And my jokes are even funnier in person.
Okay. And then maybe a little fishy, but we'll see. So guys, it's going to be all recorded. And so that's really cool. So it's going to be all recorded on the YouTube channel. And so it'll be posted probably starting in a month. And then you guys will see that. One really important thing I will tell you is we got some, actually I can't say it. We'll make it a surprise. Got some really cool stuff. I'm always excited for it. Pocono Cash Buyer says, I paid $5,000 for an event before and then they upsold. That's
the problem is they always, it's like the upselling. It's like, listen, I paid to go to an event so you can pitch me the entire time. And that's what just like breaks my heart at the event. So guys, come out. There is no hard pitch. Either you kind of reside with what me and Zach do and you want to come and hang out with us. And guys, what better way? It was like, can we swing by your office and do all this stuff? To be brutally honest, like we are private people. So we have employees, we have families all integrated in our business. And so we decided to use Flip with Rick as kind of the main filter to find the people we want to do business with. And the people that do business with me, they know all about my operations. The people that don't do business with me, I want to teach you on how to get there. And listen, most people are just struggling to figure out the first deal and then they want to figure out make their first $100,000. That's what we focus on. After that, I can point you in any direction you want to go. And that's why I'm looking to develop relationships with you. So that's enough on that. I hope to see everybody Wednesday, Thursday. Jump on that. Take me up on that call. It'll be good for it. We can either do it at the event. We can do it before. We can do it afterwards. It's your guys' choice. Whatever you want to do with it, man.
Sorry about that, guys. I had just got off the phone with the property appraiser, the actual property appraiser for a rental that we had. And we bought it for $400,000 and the appraiser appraised it at $550,000. And I waited for this guy's call all day. And I was like, dude, I bought this thing for $400,000. Why is it appraised for $550,000? He's like, oh, it's, and then I'm like, no, like I will battle you. I will fight you.
Do that.
And so I called this guy and I'm like, do you want to I don't want to tussle, man. And I was really nice to the guy. And he said, okay. And he just appraised it for, he put it at $340,000 for me. So yeah. Sorry, I had to take that call. It was very important.
By the way, do you know there's
it?
People that sell an entire course on what you just did?
Oh my gosh.
Guys, listen, if somebody overvalues your property tax, like it exceeds even the sale price, call them or go online and you can file a dispute for it. And they have to prove how they came to your number. I found someone the other day actually has an entire course on it. I think it was $300.
Holy moly.
And they'll show you how to fight it. I'm like, dude, once I teach you how to get government lists, this part's like really easy. You just got to be extremely persistent.
And I called the guy 2 months ago and he ignored me. That's the thing. So they'll save me what? I know that's almost $2 or $3 grand. Not a lot of money, but it's pretty good. So it's FYI. So we're excited for it. So, getting asked here, are y'all putting any of the content for your event? Yep, we all on the channel. So yeah. Aaron says, will Zach or Rick ever get a real estate license?
By the way, Aaron's posted the like 4 or 5 times. Aaron,
no.
You will never get it. And honestly, you just either get your license or don't. Don't sit here and keep commenting over and over. If you're in one of the states where like you're really required, like Illinois, make a decision, make an assessment, and move forward. But dude, you're never going to strong arm me to get me a license. Why would I get a license? What's the benefit for me doing it? What's the benefit for him?
Get an acquisitions person with a license.
Yeah.
Simple as that, right? Easy. What's up? I'm cold calling about 750 probate leads a month. I've managed to get a 49% response rate. Wow.
That's impressive.
I've only 3% entertained selling the property. Am I doing something wrong? So if I do the math here,
That's a lot of leads. So my question would be, how fresh are those leads?
750 times 49, that's 367 divided by 0.3. I mean, that's 11 people that are entertaining selling the property. That's kind of low, but if you have 11 people that want to sell, you should get a deal from that.
Remember, you only need one in probate to really change your world. So it's hard to extrapolate all the numbers out of probate. The only one I would tell you to look at is make sure your data's like 30 days or less. Because if you pull 750 from 6 months ago, the numbers are going to be horrible. Speed is everything in probate. And if you don't get to them quickly, too many other people reach out to them, and your effectiveness to connect with them goes way down.
Yeah, I'd be careful there. All right, let's see here. Michelle says my lists are so small. I'm wondering if I need to go virtual. I don't know. How big is your list? Yeah. I got some data, right? I'm always a data person. It's Jazz says, hold my hand for my first deal and I'll give you 70% of the payout. Here's my problem, Jazz. Let me be completely honest with you. Is it worth 120, 150 hours of my time to make $5,000? Being completely honest with you.
That's the age-old struggle.
Like, to get your deal, what if it took me 150 hours?
It's going to take you 100 hours just based on how the question.
Let's say it gives me 50 hours of time to make $5,000. For 50 hours, that's am I $100 an hour person? I am not. Okay, I'm worth a lot more than $100, and that's the way I look at a lot of things. It took me a while to actually get a cleaning lady for my house because I was like, I just clean myself.
Yeah, she's cheap.
And then like you broke down how much money I made in about an hour if I just spent that 30 minutes to an hour working. I'll put some headphones in, I'll clean up around. But like, I was like, dang, I just put an extra hour just like DMing people that send me deals. I could make a quick 15. I'm like, I probably should get a cleaning lady. But like 100 hours an hour, 40 hours a week, 52. I mean, I'm not a $208,000 person. Like that's a couple really nice wholesaling deals.
So here's how we do it. You go through freewholesaling.com. You pull the government list. You take a massive amount of action. You consistently do it. You could JV those deals, submit it to sellmypaper.com, and then you could be accepted into Flip with Rick, and then you can talk to us on a weekly basis, or you can pay to do that way. You just got to figure out which way you want to do it. But like, you're going to have to take some risk on your side. I've mitigated the financial risk, but like, you can't ask us to put 100 hours in you to make like $5,000. And you know what? There's a risk you might not make nothing.
If a guru takes that, they're a broke guru. I just FYI, like most gurus still make some money wholesaling. They ain't going to take you up on that one. Flex says, hey, Rick, add Arkansas to Sell My Paper. Well, if you go to sellmypaper.com with Flip the Rick Plus 2, everyone at Flip the Rick Plus actually has access. So on sellmypaper.com, if it's a market that we don't do, it gets dumped into basically a data set for all of the for all the Flip the Rick Plus students to go wholesale with you. So we have some Arkansas people submit a deal there, and the Arkansas Flip the Rick Plus students will go help you out. Dave says, for the love of, stop talking about gurus. No! Screw you, David. Dave,
come on, man.
Come on, man. Dave, I ain't going to stop talking about gurus because
when gurus stop screwing everybody over on these ridiculous programs and people have no idea what they're buying, I would love nothing better than to never talk about them again. But as long as I'm going to help represent the wholesaling community and help people out, when people put bad crap out there, we're just going to call them to the plate. Now, I don't embarrass people, but honestly, I don't respond to threats. I don't respond to anyone who tells me what to do. So appreciate your input, but that's a hard no.
Yeah. And Dave, I have to talk about these gurus are my sons, and I like talking about my kids. Sorry. Just saying. Like, hey, if the gurus keep trying to sell $10,000 programs, I'm going to tell you not to pay for them because I think it's stupid.
Yeah, the rates dropped drastically since we've instituted freewholesaling.com.
Whatever. Can you JV my deal, please? I need help. Manuel, where's your deal? Is it a good deal? Is it a bad deal? Let me know.
No.
Okay. He must be
ESP.
Jonathan said he must be a guru in law. That's a good one. All right, guys, let's do some one-on-ones. If you guys want to talk to me one-on-one,
let's do it.
Hopefully Sal wants to hop on here. Sal, are you hopping on today? Let's see Sal on here. Dang it. Sal, come on, man. Come on, talk to me, dude. All right. You want to hop on? Just go to Wholesaling Analysis for Real. That is my free Facebook group. You go here. You click the streamer link. Boom. You're right there. 117,000 of my best friends are on here. And we talk all things wholesaling real estate. So let's break it all down. Let's get it going. And let's talk. So first, we got Sam.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Bon Claire, what's up, man?
Sam?
Hey. So I just wanted to say first, thank you guys. I just quit my job. This is my first week of being unemployed. Got 5 deals under my belt.
All right.
And you guys changed my life. So thank you.
Awesome.
Sam, awesome, man.
What did you do before wholesaling?
I was a mechanical engineer for a big GC,
Oh, wow.
like nationwide.
Wow.
Cool.
It sucked.
And what was
horrible.
what was your tipping point to like make that change?
I don't really know. I don't know. My mom's been in real estate for a long time, so I always had like a real estate mindset.
Yeah.
And then it was probably my dad got super sick like 2 years ago and ended up passing away. And when he was going through what he went through, I didn't really have like a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably like a major thing that got me like a huge kick in the ass. So that really changed my mindset. And that was probably what it was. And then I've been doing this since January 2023, and I got 5 deals now.
Dude, I
totaling
like it.
like 145K.
Come on. Dude, that is life-changing stuff
Yeah.
right there, man.
So I gave him 4 weeks notice, and I was like, I got to do this.
That's
right,
a pretty good
luck.
feeling when you quit your job. You're like,
Honestly, I'm pretty nervous, but it does feel good.
no, it does. I remember I worked for about 2 or 3 months, and they kept mailing me a paycheck. I kind of went to my boss. I'm like, I've tried everything to get. So I had a severance package clause. I had to get fired. I tried everything to get fired. Like, the more I tried, the worse it got. And I finally had to walk in there. I go, listen, I can't like keep taking this check from you guys, because like it was the thing that always held it together, and it was actually holding me back from wholesaling.
Yep.
And actually, it kind of worked out. But I got to tell you, man, it was a really cool feeling, because I spent my entire 12 years working for an employer, fearing the day I would get fired. You guys can relate to actually churning the switch and going, I'm basically firing you. You guys are slowing me up. So congratulations, man. I obviously do
Thank
5 deals. What's your go-to list, or like what is your marketing method?
I strictly do probates, and I'm trying to start doing pre-foreclosures. So that's kind of what my question. I've come across this situation a couple times since I've been doing this.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to do is close a deal that's in probate that is in pre-foreclosure. So I'm trying to do like a sub 2.
Yeah.
And this has happened to me, I think 3 times, where the interest rate's really good, like the monthly payment's really good, but the property is in probate and it's also in pre-foreclosure. So it's like a layered thing. I couldn't figure it out.
It's actually easy. Like, so the pre-foreclosures, basically they stop making payments. So the only time I tell people don't waste your time on it is when they're reverse mortgages. They are a nightmare. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're never going to get a subject to on a reverse. You're going to have to pay it off within 6 months to a year. So if it's not a reverse mortgage, just find out what it's in arrears for, get a copy of the statement. And just to let you guys know, when somebody passes away in the event of a family member in probate, now remember, guys, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just giving you most of the paperwork. It allows for the heirs to take over that mortgage legally and correctly without the obligation, meaning you can pay it, but they can't hold you accountable to it. They can just foreclose on the house. So that being said, some of my best subject to deals have always come from probate, because what's the biggest debate you get on a subject to? Like, what are people's biggest concern? Like,
they just want to make sure that it's going to be paid. Like, they're like,
yeah. So if it's in their dad's name and say he passed away, God rest his soul, and they
It
get their
doesn't really
equity out of
matter.
it,
Right.
like you're an idiot if you don't pay that mortgage. It's kind of a self-policing thing. So you just got to look how far behind the payments are. The further it gets behind, the harder it gets.
Well,
But
the two problems I have is finding out how much they owe, and then two, clearing it with the probate court, because the probate court wants it to be like they want the mortgage paid off because in full, because that's a debt apparently, is what I keep hearing
okay, who do you keep hearing that from?
from the attorneys that represent the personal representative or executor. They are saying like, no, the courts won't accept that. They want the whole mortgage paid off completely.
What state are you in, Sam?
Maryland.
Yeah. Well, check with your title company and see if that's right. But by the way, lawyers lie all the time. But I don't believe in probate. It is required to pay off the mortgage. If the buyer and the seller, which you're the buyer and then the PR is the seller, if you guys agree to special terms like taking over the mortgage and it's not against the law, you can do it. So I would talk to the title company, go, listen, if I decide to take over their mortgage payment, is that forbidden in the state of Maryland to do a probate? Kind of a yes or no. And sometimes they'll reach out to a lawyer and get you that exact answer.
Okay.
It's not, I think you're being told a scare tactic.
Yeah.
Listen, the
they're
buyer
just
and
trying to
seller,
get me
you
off the
guys can
phone.
agree to whatever you want. Now, if the lawyer's saying, I'm not going to let my seller do that, that's a different argument. Like this, like I think it's
Right.
wrong. I think it's bad information, but give it a
Okay.
shot. I would find out the definitive answer. And then if he nails you in the corner, once your seller commits to it, it's not the lawyer's job is just to make sure it's legal. So if it's legal and you can do it, you got to ask your seller or lawyer, go, what is the specific statute that prevents me from doing that? They'll never come up with it. So just explore it. But like, honestly, I do those all the time. Those are the most motivating, best creative financing deals you can do, in my honest opinion. You just want to make sure you abide by the law. And I get it. You might have to get through the attorney snuff test. Either way, you should get a good deal on that. So
you have done a couple sub twos that are in probate?
hands down, like
Okay.
lawyers
Cool.
have no say in
Well,
it.
we do subject twos. That's the legal term with the lawyer. So
Yeah. Don't use
Right,
sub
yeah.
two
we
because
don't
nobody
use
knows.
marketable terms that are trademarked.
Subject to the existing mortgage is
Yeah.
what I say.
But
Yeah,
listen,
okay, cool.
it's written in every financial contract. And if the seller agrees to do that, the buyer agrees to it, unless it's completely illegal, that's the only reason the lawyer should advise you against it. So I wouldn't wait for his answer. Go straight to your title company because they've probably seen these before and ask, is there a law that prevents doing that? They go, no, if that's what you guys agree. And then title company go, listen, if you do that, I can't insure that part of the transaction and you'll make a business decision. But just because a lawyer tells you guys something doesn't mean it's true. They prove 50% of the time they're wrong every day in the courts. So I love that you do probates. And honestly, I waited to do probates till I was later. So the fact that you started off doing them is a really smart move.
Thanks. I got one more question.
Yes.
So I only text to get my leads.
Okay.
And then once I have my warm leads, I'll go through and I'll call and like create a relationship. But I wanted to ask if, in terms of marketing, because I need to expand. In terms of marketing, if you had like $15,000, how would you guys spend that money? And I heard you today. You're like, mailers are good. That's the number one. Everybody does mailers. So I'm open to that. But if you could just, off the top of your head, if you had a bunch of money to spend on marketing or whatever, what would you do?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't tell a lot of people how much money you have to spend because that's where all the gurus come in and attack you. And number two, I've already guys told you, if you want to scale your business and you want to do it legally without driving yourself nuts and you're really good at talking to sellers and you've done at least 5 deals, consider direct mail. Just go over to Mailing Mastery, check the whole thing out. And then if you got a question, you can reach out to me. But it's like putting your marketing on steroids and you'll love it because you get inbound leads. The problem is if you start out doing that and you don't understand how to talk to people, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to waste a lot of money and you'll quit the business. So the fact that you've already gone out and chased your own deals, you'll be very productive at it. You just need someone to point you in the right direction on how to pull your list and like some of your marketing. And that's not that I'm giving you an upgrade here, but I am. But like Flip with Rick Plus, I work with everybody in there, and we all share information and help each other out with it. So
what I'd probably do though, I'd do that, but like the easiest one before you go spend a bunch of money in direct mail is whatever's working right now, just do more volume on that. So you're making money texting, do more texts.
yeah,
Don't stop texting and do direct mail. So like what he's saying is do direct mail on top of what you're doing. But what I want you to do is expand like, hey, I can't text any more people, and then do direct mail on top of it. Don't be doing anything else crazy. I would expand the texting as much as possible because that's the easiest way to double your revenue, and then add the direct mail on top of that.
So what market would you go to after? Like I'm in probates. I pretty much maxed that out. Would you go to like pre-foreclosures next, or what would you?
I mean,
pre-foreclosures, because you're texting. I would do pre-foreclosures, code violations,
Sure.
fire damage properties, water shutoffs, arrests,
The usual.
tax.
Can you imagine if you did all that, add direct mail, like you would?
You're only doing one little thing though. That's the thing. It's like
he's doing it good, though.
So let's
he's doing it good.
Like, so you're digging. You found some gold. Let's just keep going in that area. We're not going to go anywhere else crazy. You already have the buyers. Just
okay.
Don't do a new cut.
Start texting more. Let's do that first, and then we can start adding some direct mail. Let's get that. Right. And here's the reason why I'm saying it. We're going to get some data. We already know probates work, man. Right? So it's pretty obvious you should mail some probates, right? Some letters. I would probably say go to Mailing Mastery, download the free probate letter. That's probably the best use of your money right now if you're going to spend it. On top of that, too, I would also highly recommend start trying those other ones. So try code violations. Maybe code violations bomb. Maybe it bombs. But guess what? What if the tax delinquency is like this insane list that you're doing a lot of deals from? Then I'm like, okay, we should do direct mail on that. Find what lists are working for you and then do direct mail on the ones that do work, not the ones that you don't know that work. Evictions, man. I would probably do evictions in Maryland because it's such a pain in the butt, especially the state of Maryland, man.
Yeah.
There's so much for you to do. It's not like you were stuck in a corner, man, and you're doing so well right now. And with the extra time you have,
evictions. That's a good idea. I didn't think about evictions.
And with the extra time you have now, you should have zero excuses why you can't be expanding your marketing.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm struggling to figure out what to do all day. Like I gotta get my schedule in line because no one's telling me what to do now.
There's
super
a lot
weird
for you to do, man. There's a lot.
You have a good problem, Sam. Like, trust me.
I do.
How you want to move forward? As I said, the ball's in your court. Like, whatever you want to do.
Thanks to you guys. Honestly,
we're here to help you out in whatever event capacity you want to do. But
awesome.
We'll figure it out from there.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Right,
awesome.
See ya.
Right. Cool. And then Scott says, Zach, why do you not want us to use the word sub with the 2 symbol on it? The reason why I don't tell you to do it is because when you talk to a lawyer, they're going to look at you like you're a stupid idiot. That's the honest truth. If I go to a lawyer right now and we talk about buying a house and I'm flipping, I'm like, I'm just doing a GIN deal. The lawyer's gonna be like, what's a GIN deal? I'm just doing a GIN deal, man. What's a GIN deal? That's not a legal term. It's a GIN deal. That's what I'm doing. Write me a contract up for a GIN deal. Does that sound like professional? Like, what do you mean? Like, are you buying the house? That's a GIN deal. Don't worry about it. Like,
outside of your YouTube streams and stuff like that, nobody knows about it. And that's the problem is we all think it's a pretty cool community. Like, trust me, we all know of everyone. But like once you get out of
the real
our
estate
wholesaling thing,
YouTube communities, it's not that big, man.
Yeah.
It's like people are going to think you're weird. Okay, you're talking real estate lawyers.
You can't talk slang.
You can't be talking crazy slang. They know real estate lingo, but once you start doing like GIN deals and like everyone makes they use an animal and then they're like that and then wholesaling type, right? We said bull method to be a funny marketing thing, but like I'm just saying like everyone will use an animal and then they'll go try to use this and then the lawyer's gonna be like, what are you talking about? Like what's an actual legal term of it, right? So you are taking over a property subject to the existing mortgage. So you don't come on, just use real terms that lawyers
that's what's
understand.
In the contract. So it's like saying brother versus bro. Like it's not going to get you what you want outside of the wholesaling community. So we just want when you're paying someone or you need to get like instant answers, you can't use like half words. So just trying to help everybody out with it. So
yes. So we say the word subject to. We don't abbreviate it or we don't use a marketing term. Every guru goes out here and they do that. Just do your own thing. That's how you do it. So shout out to Philip, signed up. Shout out to Outlast, signed up. Awesome. Looking forward to it. Scott signed up. Awesome. Love to see that. Hopefully I see all y'all at the event. If you can't come, no big deal. But yeah.
Yeah, we're
Sam,
gonna have
look
fun.
into Novations. No, do not look into Novations.
By the way, just Novations
let me
have
look.
nothing.
Let me look.
Novations have nothing to do with
Hold
wholesaling. Sorry.
Every single time somebody says something good about Novations, it's not because they do Novations, it's because they're selling something on Novations. Let's amazing exit strike. Okay, so this is either a troll or when somebody talks about Novations, it's because they're trying to make money off of you from Novation. So let's see. Does this guy sell a course? Let's see here. I swear.
Let's chat one-on-one.
I own a Novation dispo.
So you guys want to talk? We talk about gurus. This is the problem: is like they infiltrate everything. That's fine. I'll teach the gurus. I do it for free anyways. Been doing it for a long time. But guys, listen. The reality is, Novation is a trick. It is not wholesaling, and it has a lot of problems with it. In the state of Florida, go try to find a title company that will willfully, knowingly do a Novation, and you're going to have a tough time finding it. They don't like them. They don't like the power of attorney. They don't like the liens you guys are recording. And in my opinion, the last thing you would do is partner with a distressed homeowner. I'm sorry. I'm a pure wholesaler. I've done Novations before, but I did it because it was the right thing to do. And I didn't pitch it to brand new people and said, hey, you got to try this technique. And the reason this person's putting these posts on there is they're trying to connect with you guys one-on-one because they're so desperate for business that whoever the guru has taught them to go into groups like ours and just try to cherry pick people away. So you don't make friends.
Just be careful. People
spam. But listen, Novations, go get your realtor license and go sign up with a broker and let them teach you how to do it. It is not a wholesaling technique. Everybody wants to wrap it in the newest, greatest thing. Guys, it has a massive failure rate and it actually exposes you legally. But if you don't believe me, go talk to a real estate attorney and show them your paperwork for your little Novations course
guys,
too.
Novations, you're basically a fiduciary for the person and you're not making them the most money. You can get in a lot of trouble. But
don't ask me. Go to a licensed bona fide real estate lawyer and show them the paperwork for a Novation of any of these courses you guys talk about. And I guarantee you, there's no attorney in the world that would recommend doing it because it is a huge liability for the seller of the property. And then I commit to him for fiduciary responsibility. Meanwhile, I'm the buyer. How the hell is that going to work? It doesn't make sense. It sounds really good in theory. In theory,
it's
awesome.
Power of attorney too. It's so you're really the power of attorney for this person and you're not going to make money off. You're literally signing up.
Guys, I just tell you, I'm not going to teach you. Listen, I can teach you about crypto too. I could teach you about this. I could teach you about art. I just stick to the stuff I know best. Novations has popped up. It's kind of dying everywhere around now because it's being legally challenged on every front. And let me tell you, if you are going to upset a seller, Novations is probably the riskiest one you can do. And guess who they're going to come after first? You. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't even understand it, the reality is everyone who's presented Novations to me, they don't even understand what they're doing. And here's what they all say, but I can make a lot of money and people don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, that's the problem. So
you're doing it for the money. You're not doing it to help the seller out in their situation.
Yeah. It's 9 times out of 10. It's not a good fit for the seller. Very rarely. And quite frankly, if you're brand new to the business and you think you're going to bypass and cheat wholesaling by doing Novations, you are the problem. That is the problem, guys. You just got to come on, man. You're smarter than this.
No, and so he doesn't sell Novation course, but he's trying to get your wholesaling deal, add Novation so he can get something on it. And then if the deal doesn't work well, you're screwed. The guy doesn't have a track record. These people are trying to make money off of you. And every single person that says something good about Novations, it's not because they're making a lot of money in Novations. It's because they're trying to sell you or try to make money off of you. Guys, I've dealt with this. You've dealt with this more than anything. Yeah. And you and I, there are people that talk to me and the only thing they see from me is a dollar sign. They're trying to make money off of me. They're not trying to see how we can benefit each other. They're just looking at me as a dollar sign. Guess what? They're deal diggers, right? You got gold diggers. These are deal diggers. They look at you only for your deal. They're not trying to help. it's
Someone's
crazy.
asking about the address.
Okay, Carlene, go
Should be
go
their
go
ticket.
go to FlipWithrick Plus and then click. There's a link right when you sign in. Get a ticket. It's right in there. Carlene, just you can also email me. You got your email in there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's how you get the ticket. Just get the ticket, the address, and everything we sent to you. Shout out to Quay. Just signed up for to it. So if you guys are hopping on here and you just signed up, you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? There is an email there. You can personally email me if you have a question. But all you have to do is just log in. I'll show you how to log into FlipWithrick Plus for everyone. Let me show you. You go to Flip with the Rick. This is why we changed the website to make it easy for everyone. Where is it? Here it is. Here's Flip with the Rick. If you want the free course, you go to freewholesaling.com. You click free course. You want to join Flip with the Rick Plus? You join here. If you're inside of Flip with the Rick Plus, you click log in. You click log in, you get logged in. And so if you want to do the one-on-ones today, if you want to go the extended live stream, log into Flip with the Rick Plus, go to the community tab, go to the general chat, and there should be a Zoom link right there. Click it. You'll be on right now. So appreciate it, guys. Got any value from this video? Go to free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com. Smash the like button, subscribe. You have 24 hours if you want to hop on the live event with us. If not, no worries. It'll be recorded and put on the YouTube channel. Guys, I want to give everyone free wholesaling advice and everything for free. If you want to hop on, talk to us, hop on. Appreciate it, guys. Go to freewholesaling.com, and I'll see you soon.